Every week, 1.3 million Christian worshipers gather in 5,200 American Baptist churches across the United States and Puerto Rico. American Baptists strongly believe in the autonomy of the local church, but we also believe in the concept of association, the intentional partnering with one another for the sake of mission and ministry, training and resourcing, fellowship and worship. We believe that we can do more for the kingdom of God together than we can do alone. From the earliest days of the mission movement, we realized that no single church could do all the work that God has called us to do alone. Therefore, we find strength by working together with churches that share a common Baptist heritage. So our churches, they choose to partner together in the form of associations. But who helps foster these relationships for fellowship and worship? Who encourages the churches to partner in mission and ministry? And who helps foster these times of training and resourcing? American Baptist Churches USA uses Region Ministries to help local churches partner together for mission and ministry. At its very core, Region Ministry and ABC Life is about being a resource for the local churches in our various regions. Region Ministry exists to support local churches in doing their mission. There are 34 American Baptist regions in the ABC USA family. Regions are shaped by both geography and common agreement on theology and language. Some are as big as many states put together. Some regions are only the size of a single state, and still others are only as big as a city. In the early days of region ministry, all regions looked very similar. Today, each region is finding new ways of supporting local churches in their unique contexts. The hope and goal of Region Ministry is to help every local church and church staff member reach their full potential in their own context within the kingdom of God. Regions support the local church. Regions support the local church by helping churches walk through the process of finding a new pastor. Many regions, like the ABC of Greater Indianapolis region, leads churches through the pastoral transition. They spend intentional time helping churches grieve the loss of their pastor, holding retreats with church leaders that helps them determine who has the gifts to be on pastoral search committees and lead them through the process of discerning God's vision for their future before new pastors are called. In fact, beginning in 2014, the region will be adding additional support to help pastors and congregations create new habits of conversation about their life together as they begin their new relationships. Regions serve as a resource for mission training and partnerships as well. Your local region is the best place to learn more about mission partnerships within ABC USA. Your local region can help a church with ministry issues like finding curriculum, providing training for deacons and trustees, stewardship matters, worship advice, organizational structure, polity issues, and many more. They can also help facilitate trainings and build relationships with both American Baptist home missionaries and international missionaries in your local churches to provide training on missional activity and to help create partnerships between your local church and the larger ABC USA. West Virginia Baptist Convention noticed the trend of growing immigration population in their region. Through their Hispanic mission strategy, the region helped to plant 2 new churches in areas where migrant workers have been settling. They extended their Hispanic relationship by partnering with the Iglesias Bautistas de Puerto Rico, allowing 24 young adults to travel between Puerto Rico and West Virginia to learn more about ministry from each other. Since 2000, the ABC of Wisconsin has had an emphasis on the emerging, transforming, and missional church. Most recently, they organized an event called the Missional Learning Journey, which involved a third of their congregations representing all of that region's ethnic diversity. Regions help churches walk through major transitions and conflicts. Sometimes there are issues that develop in a church that would benefit from an outside perspective. Your region can be a great resource to help your church walk through these major transitions, growth issues, and other conflicts. Your regions also help churches maintain good health through training and encouragement. Your local church has the calling and the purpose of being a place of worship and learning centers where people learn to be the hands and feet of Jesus. The local church is also filled with a variety of dynamic relationships. Regions are well equipped to help congregations fulfill their calling in their local context in a variety of ways. Because all ministry is local, there is no single program or ministry that can meet the needs of every single church. That is why having a local ministry partner like your region can help provide a church with the best help available. For instance, the Great Rivers region has a 10-phase aid called How is the Health of Your Church? To help churches perform routine checkups on the state of their ministry and their mission. Growing Healthy Churches region in California works with churches to help them restart using a process of church transformation. Regions support the local church in these ways and many more. Organizing region conventions to help celebrate the ministries of local churches and to provide training. Helping churches write grants for ministries so they can do exciting things that would not normally fit their annual budgets. They provide training in all areas of church life like deacons and youth and children's ministries, education training, community outreach, pastoral care, and so much more. They also serve as a source of communication so churches can stay in touch with one another. Regions support church staff. Regions not only support the local church body, they also support local church staff members. In many ways, your region serves as the pastor to the pastors in your congregations. They are a listening ear and they serve as a friendly guide on questions about ministry. Regions help pastors by providing continuing education opportunities. Most every region offers some sort of continuing education process several times a year. Sometimes by bringing in outside speakers, sometimes just by offering a 1-hour discussion on issues important to the pastors in your area. Some regions are even able to provide financial support for pastors to attend conferences and retreats, go on mission study tours, and even attend seminary and doctoral programs. Some regions even have a formal training process that partner with the institutions of higher education in your area for pastors and lay leaders. Many regions, like the Indiana-Kentucky region, has a program called Church Leadership Institute, where they partner with Franklin College and the greater Indianapolis area to provide training to people interested in being leaders in their local churches. Participants can achieve either a certificate of Christian leadership or a diploma of pastoral studies. The Rockies region and the Nebraska region together wrote a grant for pastors to travel each year to a foreign country to partner with one of our international missionaries. So far, these two regions have taken a total of 26 pastors to 4 countries in the past 3 years. The goal is for these pastors to engage in multicultural missional settings, take some skills that they learn from those places, bring them home to their local church, and then help their churches understand what it is to be missional in their local contexts. Regions also help pastors who are going through the ordination process. While Baptists, we strongly believe that it is the local church who does the ordination. Regions help prepare candidates for their ordination councils and help them have their ordinations recognized nationwide. For instance, the Rochester, Genesee region focuses on supporting congregations and developing leaders who transform lives. They focus on advanced leadership skills for transformation, conflict transformation, and have a special focus on mentoring. They currently have 32 persons going through their ordination process. Regions walk with pastors in every kind of situation, including the ever-growing trend of bivocational ministry and interim ministry. Regions like Rhode Island and Ohio, Indiana, Kentucky, and many others have all seen an increase in bivocational and interim ministry and are doing their best to equip these pastors. The Connecticut region, for instance, has a formal training for its interim ministers to better equip them for the role of transitioning churches from one pastor to another. Regions work with pastors in so many ways, including helping pastors prepare for retirement, provide help in understanding clergy tax policies, serve as an advocate for fair compensation and severance, and help them find new places of ministry. Region execs also provide referencing for the ABPS profiling system. Region ministry exists to help every local church and church staff member reach their full potential for the kingdom of God. They help facilitate church relationships and partnerships for the purpose of mission and ministry. Regions serve as the best local resource for churches and church staff in their own unique context in every area of church life.